Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to our March program. Today we celebrate spring and the beautiful flowering branches and blooms that surround us. Joining us today is our honorary president, Mrs. Kaori Higuchi. She will be leaving the Bay Area soon and would like to say a few words. Please welcome her now.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much to President Sharon Krovitz, the board, and the entire membership of Ikebana International San Francisco Bay Area chapter. This monthly meeting has been something that I always looked forward to, so it's a great pity, but I have to say that this is my last one joining you. My husband, Deputy Consul General of Japan in San Francisco, recently received the official notification to be Consul General of Japan in Chiang Mai, Thailand, and we have to leave San Francisco soon. At each meeting, I deeply felt every arranger's thought, emotion, and energy in her or his arrangements, as well as the beauty and vitality of the flowers and plants. In the Ikebana arrangements, these qualities were amplified and complemented with each arranger's unique talents and perspective. More than anything, I always found so much joy in seeing everyone enjoying Ikebana. It is indeed regrettable that we could not meet each other in person during my tenure. However, I am happy to say that the wife of Consul General Kawamura will join him late next month. I would very much appreciate it if you could welcome her and show all the warmth and hospitality that you have shown me. Although I'll be going to a place far from San Francisco, I hope we will stay connected through Ikebana. Lastly, but not least, I wish the Ikebana International San Francisco Bay Area chapter and its members all the happiness and prosperity by nurturing friendship through flowers. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Higuchi. We wish you the very best and appreciate your support and that of the Japanese consulate. Now I would like to turn the program over to our chairperson of the day, Julie Nakatani.
Thank you, Sharon. Good afternoon. I am Julie Nakatani, your day chair for March's program. Today's theme is Spring Medley and featuring our demonstrator, Sandra Hatcher of Ikenobo. Before we have our demonstration, I would like to have our exhibitors present their arrangements. Louise Ling of Ikenobo, Setsuko Iwami of Ohara, Naito of Sogetsu, and myself, Julie Nakatani of Ikenobo.
Good afternoon. I am Louise Ling from the Ikenobo Ikebana School. Today I have created for you a freestyle arrangement using two different floral elements, the Cymbidium orchid and the baby's breath. It is my hope with this arrangement to epitomize the elegance and delicate beauty of Ikenobo Ikebana. Thank you. Please enjoy.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Setsuko Iwami of Ohara School of Ikebana. My teacher is Mitsuko Mariyama. To express today's theme, the spring melody, I decided to arrange this narabu katachi, the one row form in Hana Isho, as the flower design, created by our fourth headmaster, Natsuki Hiroki. The materials I used are very spring materials, two varieties of tulip, yellow one and this red and then yellow. This special one called the flaming parrot. And then as accompanying materials, I decided to use the sweet pea in a 3 different colors, purple, white, and pink. Then to link all those materials together, I'm using the spiral. And then finally, I'm using this very interesting material. This is the Japanese alum green snake ball to emphasize the very rhythmical movement of this arrangement. So I hope you enjoy this spring arrangement. Thank you very much.
Hello, my name is Jane Suya Naito, representing the Sogetsu School. My sensei is Joan Suzuki. Today's demonstrator, Sandra Hatcher, challenged me to use one of her Ikenobo containers in my Sogetsu arrangement. Well, I love a good challenge. I decided to use hydrangeas here in the front to create a little bit of mass. And typically in Ikebana, we only use the front of a leaf. However, in Sogetsu, we're able to use the back in certain circumstances. And this leaf in particular has such a beautiful blue-gray hue to it that I wanted to use the back. So I've tied them back, and I've placed 3 of them here in order to show a little bit of depth into my arrangement. And then I've cut this large leaf here asymmetrically to give it a little bit of interest. Plus, I wanted to really keep the integrity of this beautiful Ikenobo container. I hope you like my arrangement. Thank you.
Good afternoon, I'm Julie Nakatani of Ikenobo, and today I have arranged the Shoka shinkutai. This particular style was created in 1977 by our headmaster Sensei Ikenobo. It consists of 3 components, shu, yo, and ashirai. The shu, the main component, I used the red plum, which signifies the past, since all of the flowers of the plum are already gone. And in the springtime, we not only have flowers, but we have new shoots. And today, I'm using the green maple leaf, maple tree, to signify growth and future. And then to tie everything together, I used the white cyclamen, which signifies hope and purity. And I think we all need this at this time in this world. Thank you. Thank you, ladies, for your lovely arrangements. Now I'd like to introduce the creative and talented Sandra Hatcher of Ikenobo. Sandra Hatcher is a senior professor of Ikenobo, Fukuso Katoku, rank number 17. She began her studies of Ikenobo in 1994 and has participated in the Ikenobo study tour in Kyoto, Japan 7 times. She was the first recipient of the Ikenobo Ikebana Northern California Scholarship, which was established in 2006 for independent advanced study at the Ikenobo headquarters in Kyoto. In 2018, she was accepted to study at the Ikenobo Chuo Kenshu Gakuen in Kyoto, an 8-year course designed to teach professors of Ikenobo. Currently, she serves as the second vice president of Ikenobo Ikebana Northern California chapter. She is directory and newsletter chair for Ikebana International San Francisco and is a member of Ikebana Teachers Federation. Sandra studies with Mieko Takeda and teaches in the Sacramento and Reno. She has chaired Ikenobo workshops and was co-chair of Ikenobo's 55th anniversary. She has demonstrated at Ikebana International shows and at the Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival. And here she is.
Hello, everyone. My name is Sandra Hatcher, and I study Ikenobo Ikebana, and I'm very honored to study with my sensei, Mieko Together. I would like to thank II San Francisco chapter for inviting me to give this demonstration. And thank you to all the beautiful side table arrangements. They were gorgeous. I would also like to acknowledge Julie Nakatani for serving as day chair. I know it's not an easy job. And just before we begin, I would like to introduce my assistant, working together for the second time this year because of COVID, my husband, David Hatcher. Thank you, David. So the title of my demonstration is Spring Medley. And I chose this title, obviously because it's spring, and also because I wanted to show a medley of Ikenobo arrangements. Ikenobo has three unique styles, or three different styles. We have Shoka, Rika, and Freestyle. So today for you, I would like to create one arrangement from each of these styles. So in essence, a spring medley. My first arrangement is going to be a Shoka shinkutai. I recently arranged at the Camellia Festival here in Sacramento, and I was at my sensei's house and saw this gorgeous vase, and I asked her if I could borrow it to arrange for the Camellia Festival. I'm a little bit sneaky because I haven't returned the vase, so I've decided to use it for this demonstration. My first arrangement will be a shoka, and it's going to be the same style that Julie used for her side table arrangement. This is a style called Shoka shinkutai. Shinkutai is a relatively new style, and the meaning of it is new wind. So it has movement. I wanted to use this beautiful forsythia branch that's still blooming in my yard as my main material. Shoka shinkutai has three elements, as Julie outlined. And I like to think of those elements as harmony and contrast. So two particular people, two friends, or two Ikebana materials working together. My main branch is this forsythia. And what we like to do is then add a branch that will give contrast and harmony to it. So in essence, we're enhancing the arrangement. One thing that I should mention, I'm sure most people know, but in Ikenobo, we actually arrange with the flowers facing us. So unfortunately for you right now, you are looking at the back of my arrangement, and I will show you the front upon completion. So this beautiful forsythia branch has a lot of movement, and I want to add something that will enhance it. So since it's a flower and it's flowing, I'm going to add, for contrast and harmony, straight iris leaves. In the springtime, we arrange our flowers without leaves. So quite often cherry we arrange before the leaves come out, forsythia, quince, we arrange before the leaves are out. So I wanted to add some greenery. I'm not sure if my sensei's watching, but I think she might be wondering if she's ever going to get her vase back. So I'm going to add iris leaves, just for a little bit of harmony and contrast. And then in this particular style, we get to add a third material, which we call ashirai. And the function of that material is to bring the other two materials together. So as a third material, I've elected to use a ground orchid. The forsythia is yellow, and I wanted to add a little small purple flower to enhance it. So I hope this first arrangement, Shoka shinkutai, gives you a feeling of spring. The second arrangement that I'd like to present for you is going to be a signature style of Ikenobo, and that style is called Rika. To my knowledge, no other schools create Rika arrangements. Rika is a very old style, and it has two distinct forms, a traditional form and also a very contemporary form. And today, I would like to arrange the more traditional form, and this is called Rika shofutai. The origin of this arrangement is really to represent scenery. So we should get a feeling of mountains, and then towns, and then city. So basically, it was an expression of scenery originally. And for this arrangement, I've elected to use flowering now in Sacramento is spring redbud. So my main material for this will be the redbud. And then, again, redbud, the leaves are just starting to come out. So for my main material, I'm going to add a little bit of greenery to give my shin some strength. Even though this is a traditional style, it has a set pattern, I'm using a little bit more modern materials today. And I definitely want to give a feeling of spring. One element in Rika, this particular style of Rika that is common, is repetition. So we like to see the same material in two positions, not in the same position. So perhaps on the left in the upper level, on the right in the middle level. So I'm going to add a second piece of redbud. Rika traditionally is a standing arrangement, and so I'm actually wiring the branches to a center post so that they are very upright. And this is a very important feature of a Rika arrangement. And then I'm going to add iris leaves. So basically, I like to think of this as a three-dimensional sculpture where we're creating almost in 360 degrees. Let me go try. So again, I have iris leaves on my left and on my right. The arrangement has a center line, and for that center line, I'm going to add an iris. And at the front of the arrangement, for a little bit of depth and color, I'm adding Weigelia, which is a variegated leaf. I'm just going to turn this around. It's not finished, but I just want you to have a feel for the structure that is being formed. This particular Rika has 9 main branches. At the very front of the arrangement, I'm going to add Camellia, which again gives a feeling of spring. And because the red buds, it's pinky purplish, I'm actually going to add a pink Camellia. We had some rain in Sacramento this week, but fortunately, I still have a few camellias blooming that weren't ruined by the rain. And then, as a small accent, I'm adding a small narcissus. And we add a flower to one side and leaves to the other. So I'm going to add more camellia leaves. And then for rear depth, I'm going to add a little bit of a different color, more of a red color, which is a photinia. So even though this is a very traditional style Rika, I'm hoping that you will get a feeling of spring. And a feeling of lightness. And then one more branch to add to the rear. And it's actually going to be a piece of dried wood for contrast from all the greenery. Right. So this is my example of a Rika shofutai. And my last arrangement is actually going to be Jiuka, a freestyle arrangement. So the third of the medley styles of Ikenobo. And I was in Kyoto several years ago, and at our Ikenobo headquarters, they were selling these very interesting tubes. So basically, it's a cardboard tube. You can probably see it at the back. And it was wrapped in washi paper. And I thought, well, how interesting is that? And they can be very effective because you can purchase several of them and you can wrap them or surround a glass vase and not see into the vase. So I have not been to Japan for several years now, but I decided to do a DIY project using basically the same idea. So what I did is I took some tubing, cardboard tubing, and these are quite solid. Some were from gift wrapping and some were like almost that a rug came around. And I wrapped each of the tubes with washi paper. So I wanted it to be a little bit neutral because I wanted to reuse it. So I have white textured washi paper, a little bit of gold textured washi paper, red washi paper with gold and white. And so I have a vase here in the center, but I basically wanted to use this tubing to enhance the plainness of my vase. So my arrangement today is going to be including these washi tubes. And not too long ago, David and I were out for a walk, and David wanted to actually take a rest, so we sat down on a park bench, and we looked down and we saw these beautiful branches, and they were all contorted, and I didn't really know what they were. I'm still not exactly sure what they were. So David, if you can pass me the branches. I think it's gray pine. So it was a long needled pine, but the branches had a lot of movement. So I thought that might be fun to incorporate into it. So I took this 4x4, basically barn board, and drilled a hole so that I could place these beautiful pine branches into it. And I drilled one more hole for a water tube into which I thought I could place flowers. So to the top of this board, I'm going to add some camellia branches and the lily. And then again, I took smaller pieces of the tubing just to kind of add a little bit to the top of the arrangement for continuity. And then for my flowers, I'm going to use these beautiful monstera leaves. This arrangement is a little bit backwards for me because I actually am trying to arrange facing you, which is not my typical style, but there would be no way to turn this around. So in my yard are blooming these beautiful callas, and I thought they went nicely with the look of the cardboard tubing. I had actually originally intended to use quite tall flowers in the arrangement, but when I saw these beautiful pine branches, I thought I have to figure out how to use them somehow. So these are calla lilies and monstera lilies. And to kind of play off the upper lily, I'd like to add one lily at a lower level. And then to complete it, I'll add camellia leaves. This time of year, the camellia leaves are so beautiful. So I'm going to use it basically as a little bit of an umbrella. Just to soften the tubing a little bit. So let me just take one quick peek. Yes. So this is my final arrangement, and this is a freestyle arrangement. So thank you very much, and I hope you enjoyed my demonstration. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you in person in April. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Sandra, for your wonderful demonstration and showing us the wonderful spring. And thank you, exhibitors, as well. Thank you.
Thank you to all of our arrangers for a beautiful expression of spring. This program may be viewed again on our website, ikebana.org, and on Facebook. Next month, we will be meeting in person on April 15th at the Hall of Flowers in Golden Gate Park. Our program will feature Yasuko Naiki of Ohara School and Susan Okada of Wakata School. Guests are welcome. May 21st and 22nd will showcase our biennial flower exhibition. Tickets are available at the door or from any of our members. You can also order them from our treasurer, Louise Ling. See our website for further details. I hope to see you there. So long.